Welcome to our latest edition of Campus Lens. I'm Courtney Cole. It's our partnership with Emerson College of Journalism, streaming exclusively on CBS News Boston, produced by Emerson College students. Let's take a look.
Now, from Emerson College Journalism, streaming on CBS News Boston, this is Campus Lens.
Welcome to Campus Lens at Emerson College. My name is Sam Lawrence. These days, economists everywhere are talking about something known as the K-shaped economy. Your most economically inclined friend has probably dropped the buzzword on you once or twice, and you most likely nodded along in agreement. That's what we all do when someone starts talking about the economy. But what's really going on? The K-shaped economy is what happens when market recovery is uneven after periods of economic stress. While some people and businesses bounce back quickly, others continue to struggle. In this case, the recovery economists are talking about is the downturn that developed during the COVID-19 pandemic. Since then, the economy has been growing, but upon further inspection, it's really only a select few companies that are carrying the rest of the American economy in an upward trajectory. Experts call these companies the Magnificent Seven, or Mag 7 for short. The Mag 7 are the 7 largest companies in America: Tesla, Apple, Amazon, Google, Meta, Nvidia, and Microsoft. Recently, these 7 companies have made up roughly 30% of the American economy's growth, and everyone else is struggling to keep up. In reality, the charts look more like this. This data is courtesy of Apollo Global Management. You can see here the Mag 7 is growing at times exponentially. You can also see the more modest growth here of the S&P 500. The S&P 500 is a representation of the 500 largest companies in the United States. Right next to it is the S&P 493, or the 500 largest companies in America, not counting the Mag 7. That line is dangerously close to stagnation, or even worse, what some economists fear, recession. Here in Boston, people feel economic changes in different ways. Emily Martinez is live from downtown Boston with more on how this K-shaped economy is affecting consumers.
That's right, Sam. I spoke with a few local Boston residents on how their dining patterns have changed and what restaurants can be doing to get them sitting right back at their table. Winter is typically a slow season for restaurants, but rising food prices and higher labor costs are turning that slowdown into serious financial pressure. In a research study by the National Restaurant Association, they revealed that last December showed a small slowdown in consumer spending. Due to inflation, many restaurants hit a pricing ceiling that encouraged them to raise menu prices, offer more delivery services, and charge for food add-ons. But consumers are noticing the changes and have been pushing back.
It's definitely expensive. Like you're going to be spending $30 on food probably if you're going to go sit down somewhere, and that's not including drinks. And it's like even fast food is going to be pretty expensive nowadays. It's like $6 to get a cup of coffee. It's crazy.
In a 2025 report from U.S. Dining Out, they revealed 37% of U.S. diners are dining out less frequently than they did a year ago. Restaurants who have raised prices notice that increasing by just 10% is already linked to lower profits.
But at the same time, it's not like such a huge increase for you to be like, oh wow, they went up like $5. It's like small changes, like a little bit each year. You kind of notice like the prices go up for sure, yeah.
Oh man, I love places that do student discounts. That's great. Or like even happy hours. Like I love a good like half off apps or something like that. I think more of those things to just draw in more of a crowd. That'd be nice.
As consumers are becoming more selective on when and where they're spending their money on, Massachusetts restaurants are relearning the math of survival. Reporting from Campus Lens, I'm Emily Martinez.
Restaurant customers aren't the only people feeling the strain this winter. With heavy snow and bitter cold driving up energy use, many homeowners say they're seeing some of the highest electricity bills they've ever paid. In response, Governor Maura Healey announced a significant rate reduction to try and ease the burden. The governor's multi-million-dollar relief plan is designed to help offset soaring bills, but the savings are temporary. At a joint session of the Massachusetts legislature, Governor Healey announced an immediate reduction in energy bills for the months of February and March.
There are a lot of fees on our bills, aren't there? We see them. They got added piece by piece over many years. We're the administration that's taking them off.
The governor said the state will cut electric bills by 25% and gas bills by 10%. During the coldest months of the year, Healy says these reductions will help middle-class families make ends meet. Utility companies will cover 10% of the electricity bills. The Healy administration says they'll pay the remaining 15% using existing funding sources. For the state of Massachusetts, that's a $180 million price tag. Customers struggling to pay the bills this winter say these reductions are a major relief.
This is fantastic news because in January, we spent the most we have ever spent on electricity.
For people who work seasonal jobs, these months can be especially difficult. Justin Ledbury installs countertops, and he says it's hard to maintain a stable income with constant snowstorms shutting down the roads.
Any alleviation from the bills that are hemorrhaging out of people when we have 4 days you got to miss because your car snowed in, you can't leave your parking lot. Anything really helps.
Despite temporary benefits for customers, Healy's electric bill reductions are deferrals, meaning customers will have to pay some of that money back later in the year. National Grid says they will recover the deferred gas amounts gradually between May and October, raising the average monthly bill by around $9.
It's not just the cost of heating a home that is rising. Trying to buy or rent in Massachusetts is also expensive. We're going to head live to our reporter Noah Berkowitz out on Beacon Hill, another Boston neighborhood where rent prices are high and tenants, many of them students and recent grads, are struggling to make ends meet. Noah?
Yeah, that's right, Sam. I'm outside of Beacon Hill right now, as we all know, a major hub for college renters. But that rent has become a challenge for many as rent prices skyrocket and rent stabilization measures illegal in the state of Massachusetts. I got the chance to catch up with one of those renters just recently. Her name is Kate, and she is looking for change.
Meet Kate Regan. Like many college students, she hangs out with friends, she plays a sport, and recently,
I signed my lease probably 2 weeks ago.
A huge feat for any young adult, the availability and affordability of apartments in Boston and around the country have introduced more hurdles. A recent Bloomberg report found the average cost of rent in Boston as of October 2025 was still over $3,000 a month, rounding out to roughly $36,000 a year. According to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, the average yearly salary for 20 to 24-year-olds just over $41,000 a year, meaning young adults in Boston could be forced to work multiple jobs on top of school just to get by.
I work one job right now, but I'm definitely going to have to pick up a second one, and I think it might affect my schoolwork and how much I'm going to be able to do, which I'm really going to try to balance that out, and obviously schoolwork comes first, but I need to pay my bills and stuff, so.
For Campus Lens at Emerson College, I'm Noah Berkowitz.
Thank you, Noah. College students do like to have fun, but even those costs are going up. You may have heard the Patriots made it to the Super Bowl this year, and people from all over New England made their way to San Francisco for the big game. Those souvenirs, well, that's another story. Vani Hanamirian is here with more. Vani?
Thanks, Sam. Yes, I was lucky enough to head to San Francisco for Media Week, not for the game, but for all the hype leading up to it. Fans definitely wanted to bring items home, but they had to dig deep into their wallets for any official merchandise.
From t-shirts to custom purses, the Super Bowl merchandise shop was filled with souvenirs for fans to take home. While not everyone was able to score a ticket to Super Bowl 60 in San Francisco, that didn't stop fans from making their way to the city. Fans just wanted to be part of the excitement and maybe bring something home as a souvenir. 3 students were not happy with what they saw.
I like the way the shirts look, but kind of feel cheap.
Others agreed that the quality did not match the cost.
Yeah, the quality kind of feels a little flimsy, kind of. It feels a lot cheaper than what you're paying for it.
The cost of items at the Super Bowl experience shocked the students who were shopping.
I think I saw a t-shirt for like $55, and it felt like it would shrink after one wash, so I don't know.
Although some of the items may have appeared to be good quality, many faced a bigger challenge.
We're college kids on a budget, realistically. A lot of cool stuff, but not within the price range that I'm able to work with, unfortunately.
These students left the shop empty-handed, unable to find anything that matched their cost and quantity standards.
Unfortunately, there's no college student discount here, nor do they take our dining points, so we don't really know what to do now.
Each of the students we spoke to decided to go elsewhere to look for something that maybe would fit their standards.
Thank you, Vani. Too bad the Pats could not bring home a win. Maybe next year. Keeping with the sports trend, you may have heard the FIFA World Cup is officially coming to Boston, with Gillette Stadium needing an increase in safety and security costs. Estimated at $8 million, the city has less than 1 month for the licenses to be approved. Reporter Jules Mazzolini has more.
Thanks, Sam. I'm here at Gillette Stadium, which is hosting 7 FIFA World Cup matches this summer on the global stage. But before the games can begin, local and state leaders are finalizing millions of dollars in security upgrades, and the clock is ticking. The town of Foxborough says the estimated $8 million will go toward increased police presence, traffic control, emergency services, and enhanced security technology. Town officials in Foxborough are willing to withhold licenses for the FIFA World Cup if city officials don't guarantee more pay.
In general, whether it was coming to Boston or not, we get a boost regardless for these tournaments at this particular place, but I'm expecting an even bigger boost now. Even on the off days, I feel like there's going to be a lot of tourists around.
The state legislature has approved $10 million in funding already, with half of that money going towards Boston's Fan Fest at City Hall. Experts are estimating a boost of up to $800 million in the local economy in just the state of Massachusetts.
I think no matter what, everyone knows it's good for the city, it's good for small business, it's good for the economy. So I think they'll find a way to make it work. It's a matter of time. Like I said, they all have to just sit down at the table together, figure out what the security is going to be, who's going to pay for, how it's going to get paid for. One way or another it'll work out.
Not only will the state benefit, but the event will create over 9,000 jobs, generating anywhere from $60 to $100 million in tax revenue, filling local businesses and hotels. Still, the funding must be approved before the state's licensing deadline on March 17th. If approved, preparations will ramp up here in Foxborough as they prepare for a new kind of football. Here at Gillette Stadium, I'm Jules Mazzolini for Campus Lens. Back to you.
Thank you, Jules. There will certainly be a lot of people in town for those games. There's also a lot of discussion of how they will get there. The MBTA announced a new extended platform will be built at Foxborough Station to help approximately 20,000 fans per game get to the stadium. T officials say that is 4 times the number of people that used the commuter line special train for the Taylor Swift concerts. That's been our Boston Economy Deep Dive. Thank you for watching this episode of Campus Lens at Emerson College. I'm Sam Lawrence.
We thank you for watching Campus Lens and supporting the next generation of journalists. If you have a story you want to go take a closer look at, just go to our YouTube and look for CBS Boston. I'm Courtney Cole. Until next time.